Hello, it's me, Leah, in Houston, in what is definitely our last game. So this is game 8 overall and our second baseball game. So this game is the third in a series of 3 between the Astros and the Rangers. So the first game, as you know, I went to on the Friday that the Astros lost. And then they played yesterday at about 3 o'clock, so like an afternoon game, and I'm pretty sure they won. And so then today is going to be the tiebreaker, right? And this game started at about 1 o'clock. Now, I wasn't sure where I was going to sit for this game because, you know, I just didn't know. Anyway, I'm sitting in the left field. I think it's left field. And I am still in the 400s again, and I am about only 6 rows back this time. So when I got my tickets for the Friday night game, I got them quite late, and really row 15 of 17 was the closest that I could get, whereas this one, obviously 6 is much closer, and there was a lot of empty seats around me in this game. You know, I guess because it's a Sunday afternoon and, you know, people have things to do and weeks to get ready for and whatnot, and I have nothing to do, except, you know, obviously whatever I want, which in this instance is go to a game. Now, as you also know from the Friday night game, I did not get the jersey. Even though I was there, I thought early enough I was not. I missed out. Today, I did not miss out because I have the cowboy hat. That's right. I mean, I say cowboy, but it's a straw hat. It's cowboy shaped, right? I mean, you could flatten it out if you want to, and depending on how I go in my packing, I might flatten it out, but I was very excited, and actually when the guy at the gate gave it to me, I was like, thank you. And he was a bit surprised, but he needs to understand that this is the first promotional thing that has worked out the way that I thought it would, that I hoped it would, across all 8 games. So I was very excited. And then I saw another guy and he goes to me, hey, you need to put your lucky hat on. I was like, I will, don't worry. Anyway, I did. I absolutely put it on. Put it on, took a photo, then realised it was wonky as hell and tried to fix it. And I don't know if it's properly fixed now or just half fixed. But look, it's probably going to get a bit smashed in the bag, so I'll have to fix it again when I get home. But it is all wire around the edges, so it will bounce back. And also, it'll be fine to pack. I'll just fill this with stuff, which is easy to do because, as you've seen, I have plenty of stuff. One thing I might be able to fill it with is, in fact, this helmet, because I did it. I found food in a helmet. Nachos, it was. And actually, you know what? No. Oh, hey, that's a pretty good fit, actually. That might help it keep its shape. Again. Anyway, I got nachos with just cheese sauce and a few jalapenos because the woman who was like, I didn't realize where I needed to order, and I was waiting for the person a bit further down to give them my order, but she was like yelling at me, not yelling at me like telling me off, but like yelling to get my attention, but I also couldn't hear it. It was very loud. And so when I was like, oh, I want the hat, really, I think that's what I said, I want the helmet. And then it was like, yeah, but what do you want on it? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, cheese. Look, I didn't get the mince, chili, whatever it was. Also, it might have had coriander in it, and that would have ruined my whole bowl of, my whole helmet of food. And then I had to peek around the corner to see what toppings you could put on it, and again they had like a salsa, but that had green stuff in it. It was almost certainly cilantro. Anyway, the point is, I found helmet food and I got helmet food, and now I have a helmet. And this is actually one of the probably the more difficult things I'm going to have getting home, but you know what, it will sort itself out. The other thing I also got was a beer in this. Oh, sorry for that lame faux ASMR moment. This has, I don't know if you can see it though, this is a perfect cup for me though, because it has frangipanis on it. It's like me, a Pacific princess. Anyway, it's nice, again, that nice sunset colourway. It's very nice. When I was leaving to go to the game today, there was a lady in the lift, and she goes to me, just because she had Rangers gear on, and she just whispered to me like, "Go Rangers." And I laughed and I said, "Oh yeah, I don't even have a team, I'm just getting involved, I'm just getting on board." But I was like, but this orange is very nice. And anyway, we were just like, well, you have a good time at the game, because I hope everyone does have a good time at the game. Anyway, I get to the game, obviously, early enough to make sure I get my hat, which is about an hour before the game starts. I know exactly where I'm going, because even though I'm not in the same spot, I know where the 400s are, I know which escalators you need to take to get up to them, and I know from the map that I'm more down this end. So this seat is pretty good in the sense that, like, these are the cheapest seats, right? So there's ones at this end and then on the right field too. But I picked this side because on the right side is right next to the screen. And I need the screen because, as previously discussed, I can't tell the difference between a ball and a strike by eye. I don't watch the game enough to be able to pick that. I reckon, hey, look, if I watched more, I'd pick it up reasonably quick, but I don't watch the game enough at all to know, so I can't tell. I need the board. I need to be able to see it well. So I pick this side. I also pick these outer seats because I'm hoping that if the roof is open, I'll be in the sun, because it's about, I think, round 5 or 6 in the footy at home, which means, of course, we'll be heading towards mid-season, which means that we're heading towards jumper weather. I may have missed all of the t-shirt games until the end of the season. So I want to watch a game in the sun in a t-shirt. But I did take this shrug with me anyway to the game, because on Friday night it was cold. But I also took this just in case. Anyway, the roof was closed, and again the air conditioner was cranking, and I did get cold. And it is like that, the fact that they air condition that venue is bonkers to me. I mean, I get it, because especially when it's much more humid, because my mum did warn me about that Houston is pretty humid. I can understand that you don't want to be sitting out in humidity. Well, I don't. I hate humidity so much. But the fact that they can cool it to that degree is like, it's crazy. It's like, God, I wonder how much that costs. Anyway, so I'm not in the sun, and I do have my sleeves on because I am cold. I got cold again. And then so you can't see a bit of the corner of the field. So that left field, you can't see all of it. So sometimes if there's a play happening there, you're like, I don't know, I can't see what's happening. But this is an exciting game. So Jose Altev, number 27, he gets 2 home runs. He gets the first one in the first innings, and it's exciting. He hits this post. It's very exciting. Like, it's a massive hit, and I'm pretty sure he's the first batter too. So it's like the first batter for the Astros. The Rangers batted first again. It's very exciting, right? And then he gets another one, I think, in the 3rd innings. Yeah, anyway, it's pretty good. There's also a couple of times when the bases are loaded and we're watching, being like, is this going to be, how many are we going to get here? How many runs? Look at me, how many runs are we going to get? Anyway, but it was very exciting, right? And Houston did have a good game. They ended up winning. I think the score was 8-2, because I'm pretty sure they got 3 runs in 2 innings. So I understand that's 6, but they got another couple of runs as well. But I think they had 2 innings of 3. And that's when they did have like multiple runs on the same play. That's exciting to watch. It's also exciting when there's a couple of people on the bases and they're at like 3 balls and 2 strikes. And you're like, what's the next one gonna be? And obviously, depending on who's playing, you're like, I hope it's a whatever, depending on which team is pitching and which team is batting. It was fun, right? It's where I was sitting was, the cheapest seats I've gotten for any game this whole series, and I reckon it was about $28 or $29 plus fees and admin and everything, so it probably equaled about $35, like 35 US, so about 50 odd, I guess. From this spot though, you can see the train really well, and actually when you're walking into your seat, you can see the train track too, which is very cool. Look, I had fun. I think that the Astros put on a good show, did different songs and everything, of course, which is really good. And now I actually know a few players, so if I did get I think I said in that first game that I wouldn't get a jersey because I don't know any players at all. If I was getting a jersey now, I would get either a Tucker 1 or a Dubon 1, because I know who they are. Also, I like watching them play. Oh, actually in the last innings, because at this stage, the Astros were, I think, but they already have their 8 runs, and I'm pretty sure the Rangers only had 2. So when they had 2 out, they changed pitches to Josh Hader, and I think it was like it was a Haderade time. I'm sure it was Haderade, and then I was like, oh, this is so funny. And then anyway, he comes out and he's got this long curly hair, just like down to here, and this cap on and everything. And I was like, and everyone is so hyped, and there's all these flames on the screens, and the ticker, that one that goes around the ground, and everyone's so excited. Yeah, they lose their shit when they announce that he's coming out. And then, so they're on 2 strikes already, and then I was going to say he bowls out the next guy, but he didn't bowl him out, he struck him out. And then it was like, that was it, Astros win. So it was pretty fun, like, and it's a nice way to pass an afternoon, because like I said, I think in that first one it's heaps quicker than what I thought it was. It would have been good, obviously, to have watched a game with someone else, to watch any of the games with someone else, but particularly that first baseball game, right? Because I'd never been to one before, and it'd be good to have that, like, to share a first experience with someone. So like the first NBA game I went with my brother, his wife, and my mum, and it was fun. Like, we went to a Warriors game, and you know, it was good. It was good to do a thing, all of us doing the same thing for the first time. It was exciting. And then, you know, you probably already know that the first hockey game I went with my mum again, so it's a shared experience. It was her first game as well, and we were both really pumped that it was our first game. So it would have been nice if I had shared this first game with someone, but you know what? I mean, it was still a good time, like I said, but it would this would have been a little bit nicer to have a shared experience, right? But anyway, so tomorrow I leave Houston, so we definitely don't have any more games to watch. I'll be back in Australia. Hey, maybe you'll be lucky and we'll get some. Maybe we'll do another AFL video or something. But anyway, that's it from Houston. Alright, love you, miss you, bye.